A political analyst from the Institute for Dialogue and Policy Analysis, Elvis Masocha, says the re-election of Castle Motale as the ANC chairperson of Limpopo will put President Jacob Zuma on shaky ground in his aspiration to lead the ruling party after the Mangaung conference next year. Motale is a strong ally of Julius Malema. Masocha explains.
Julius Malema and his political allies have made it very clear that they want Kgalema Motlanthe to replace Jacob Zuma as party president at Mangaung conference next year. So the Motale victory in Limpopo will definitely create, some frustrations for Jacob Zuma, especially in light of the fact that he still wants to continue as president of the ANC even beyond the Mangaung conference in 2012.
Correctional Services Deputy Chief Commissioner Zakaria Modise says the condition of former National Police Commissioner Jackie Celebi has slightly improved. He was admitted to the Steve Biko Academic Hospital. Modise says Celebi has been under guard by Correctional Services. He was found guilty of corruption and his appeal against his conviction failed in the Supreme Court of Appeal earlier this month. Modise elaborates.
According to the report that we got, is that it is slightly improved, even though he's still in a serious condition. He's still in hospital, and so far there are no indication as to when he will be released. So we keep him there until doctors are happy with his progress and how he responds to treatment.
The defence lawyer of a Cape Town policewoman who's facing corruption charges says he was caught by surprise when his client's daughter was named as a state witness. As part of Captain Esmeralda Bailey's bail conditions, the Cape Town Magistrates Court ordered her 19-year-old daughter and 3 other state witnesses not to communicate with her. Bailey was arrested for allegedly contravening the Firearms Control Act. She's alleged to have been selling police uniforms and ammunition. Bailey was granted 10,000 rand bail. Her defence lawyer is William Booth.
Well, I was a little bit surprised when I heard in court this morning that her daughter was one of the witnesses. We were never told that previously. I objected to the fact that the prosecution was asking that Miss Bailey not have any contact with her own daughter. I think that is completely unfair, and as a result of that, she's now been allowed to communicate with her daughter. I'm not sure exactly what her daughter has told the police. I haven't seen any of the witness statements.
Home Affairs Minister Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma has appealed to all passengers travelling through Johannesburg's OR Tambo International Airport to exercise patience following recent changes to immigration systems. This follows the deployment of 350 former National Defence Force officers who've successfully assumed their duties as immigration officers. The minister says every effort is being made to ensure that the system returns to normal as soon as possible.
Deployment has gone on successfully, but as to be expected, the queues are a bit slower because the people are new, and also they are trying to make sure that there is a balance between speed and security. And so we want you to bear with us because I know that you are used to very fast transit through our immigration.
A court in Ethiopia has found 2 Swedish journalists guilty of supporting terrorism. Ethiopian troops captured the 2 during a clash with rebels in the East African state Somali region. The judge dismissed the journalists' defense that they entered the country with armed rebels to gather news. The European Union's highest court has ruled that all airlines flying to and from Europe must pay to offset their carbon emissions from the beginning of next year. The European Court of Justice dismissed a case brought by US airlines, which argued that the new EU system violated international aviation agreements.